I can't hear.
Good morning, class.
Hello.
Okay, how about now? Do we hear me now? Yes, there we go. Awesome. Thank you, producer Chad. All right, gang. Sorry about that. We now are rocking and rolling. Great to see you guys here today. As I was saying before, I wasn't able to say anything. If you guys have a question, please do just raise your hand. In Zoom, at the very bottom, you'll see a little heart. That heart is going to say react. If you have a question, anything you would like to ask, simply click that heart. And then there's a button that shows up that actually says raise hand. If you guys have any questions, please do raise your hand. We'll get rocking and rolling. I see Karen's and Dan's up so far, so let's get started with Karen. How are we today?
Sorry. Hi. Can you
Hey,
hear
got you
me?
now, loud and clear.
Okay, perfect. So I don't something's been happening. I don't know if it's like a safe section or something, but I'm gonna share
Sure.
because there's something going on with the emails. Wait, just a minute. Let me share. Share. Okay. Okay. So here it is, right? So far I got 3 funnels.
Nice.
One for my podcast, the other one like for the webinar, and the other one which I did long time ago was for the like EFT free course, right?
Yes. Great.
So I have that, and I want to ask because something's going on here. I don't know what's wrong. What this one actually changed. I did already an email for my podcast.
Great.
I don't know if it's copying something I did before. Remember, I showed you this last time.
Mhm.
So I check on the email and wait. Oh, boy. This is uh-huh. Look at this. So then I check the email, and turns out the email that I have is the one from the tapping.
Mmm.
So I don't know if I'm getting like the lead magnet and it's like copying for what I've done. So I don't know what's going on.
More than likely, if I had, there's a couple reasons this could have happened. If I had to take a guess at it, you
Uh-huh.
probably cloned the funnel. And when you cloned the funnel, the
Uh-huh.
workflow that was attached also came
Okay.
along with it. So all we have to do here, Karen, is detach
Just
that workflow and attach the proper workflow.
okay. Okay.
So let's
So
go back to your funnel step. On the left-hand side, you can click your steps. That works too. Let's
uh-huh.
click the green envelopes.
Uh-huh.
And now to the right of the name is going to be like a plug looking icon. Just click that and you'll
Oh, there's
remove. That's right.
oh,
It'll remove the workflow from the funnel.
okay. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. Cool.
Okay.
Now you have no more workflows connected. All you
Okay.
have to do is connect the proper workflow.
Okay. Which would be at a new one, right?
Correct. So do you have the workflow created for this new funnel?
Well, maybe no, I don't know. I don't remember. I used to.
Well, let's see then. Let your workflows load up. Give this just a moment, and we'll be able to see all the workflows you've
Yeah,
created.
I used to have one for the podcast, and then, but I don't know. I guess I didn't put like the name. So
That could be. This happens very often, especially when we first get into ClickFunnels. We're so excited. We're moving
I think
so
it's like
fast.
it might be this one, but this. Let's see what it has. Could we see?
Yeah, we
Because
can see. I doubt it's that one because I
yeah,
think that's the one that we
that's the
just
one.
disconnected. Correct.
Me too. Yeah.
So it'll probably be just on your next step. In the bottom right, you have your step bar 1, 2, 3. Go to step 2. Let's see if we can see it really quick.
Where?
Bottom right.
Okay, sorry.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is super common though, Karen, especially at the
Oh my
beginning.
God.
We're so excited and we don't name everything properly and then we forget what we did because it was a couple weeks and this is
Yeah.
just this is common.
Yeah. But it's loading.
Yeah, this shouldn't take too much longer. They all load up pretty quick.
So
So now I see another one, lead magnet welcome email.
maybe it's this
Right.
one.
It might be. Let's look through and just see if we have a different let's see what other options we have.
Should
Okay,
be
that'll work.
okay.
No, it's okay. Let's do it and see. The trigger is opt-in. When they opt into your opt-in page, they get added to the workflow. Bingo, and let's attach. Now you can click the green envelope. Oh, nice. It's going to take us right into it. Okay, great. So now we can check that first email and let's see if this is the right
this
sequence.
has the two emails.
It does.
Yeah, I didn't eliminate this one. So let's see a preview. Oh, see, this is
So this looks like an email that you received a workflow through like I think we gave this to you.
this is the last one, right?
Yep. So that it's basically just a template that you can plug
It's
and play.
okay, I can do that. And let's
Yep.
see this. And this,
Same
thank
thing.
you.
Yep. So this is
Is
just a
that the
template.
same email, or so should I send both or just choose one?
It does look like the same email. You just take some
Uh-huh.
time and look through and look at the actual words, but it does look like the same email, just
Yeah.
doubled up.
Yeah, okay. So I think that's why I erased the other one. Remember?
Yes.
Something like that happened. So, but then it kept sending the wrong thing. Okay. So, so I'll just make, and so I just make like one.
Correct,
And
just one. Now,
eliminate
now
one.
that's not the right workflow. So let's go ahead and detach that while I'm here. Click the
Okay.
envelopes, then the plug icon
Yeah.
to the right. Yeah. So you can, Karen, you can go to your workflows app and then you'll just be able to see all of your workflows. It's a lot faster than waiting for them to load in. So feel
Yeah.
free to go to your workflows app. You can look through your workflows and see if you can find that email sequence.
Yeah.
If you can, rename it so you know what it is, and then boom, attach it here. If not, if you can't find it, just make a new workflow.
Well, I just make a new one.
Yep, cool.
So, okay, so I do a workflow there and that's it. Or
Yep,
could I just put like an email here or no?
No, you do not put emails.
Always emails here.
That's
Okay.
right. Your workflow is all of your back end actions like tagging contacts, sending them emails and texts. You always put it in a workflow.
Okay. So right now I'm seeing like lesson number something, let me see, 13, 14, which is like, making the presentation and starting, like you said, having like the first chapter of the course that you are offering the stack, ready.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about it. So
Beautiful. Do you have questions on this or are you just moving through?
no, I'm just I think I'm suffering from impatience.
Ah,
I have like to I feel like having a breakdown.
Why?
It's
Because
just, I
we,
think it's sometimes just, it's too much. Like it's
mm,
so many factors and oh boy.
mm.
So yeah.
Karen, we can at any time just go open up a Shopify store and start throwing spaghetti around and hoping that it works. Like there are easier routes to take. We could do it differently where it's not so involved and not so thought out and we're not looking at step by steps, but that's what brought you right here in the first place.
Yeah.
You're right. You're 100% right. There are things that have to be done and it can feel overwhelming.
Are you okay? Take a sip of water.
Sorry about that. It can feel overwhelming.
Okay.
But the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. If you had done this work 20 years ago, Karen, we wouldn't be having this conversation today. You'd be in a completely different spot.
Yeah.
So regardless of how you get there, to get to where you want to get to, there's steps that have to be taken. There's things about your business that have to be built. So it can seem like a lot, and I understand you completely. I will never forget when I was in your same shoes, feeling the exact same things. But it comes back to our why. It comes back to week one, the belief week on why we're doing this thing. Gang, at some point, hurdles are going to hit. Maybe they're technical hurdles, but maybe they're just burden hurdles. Maybe it's like, man, I wake up every single day and I feel like I have so many things I need to do and it can feel overwhelming. But what are we here for? Why are we here for? We're not just building for today or tomorrow. Why, the true why of why you said yes and why you came in. Most people overestimate what they can do in a year, but they underestimate what they can do in 10. Karen, I say all that to say there's nothing wrong with you feeling the things that you're feeling right now. It is natural. It is part of the journey. It is something that everybody who's achieved the levels of success, everybody has gone through this exact same thing.
Like when Mel Robbins says, sometimes you have to kick your own butt.
Sometimes.
Or just,
And
suck it up and just do the work and yeah, but yeah, it's just, I
I
think sometimes I'm like super near or like, but then again, I see like all the little steps I have to do till I get there that it's like, ah.
Yep.
But anyway,
But
just venting. So thank you so much for listening.
and that's okay. I'm glad you are because pretty much everybody goes through this.
Yeah.
Pretty much everybody feels this at some point. So I actually really appreciate you being open and honest and vulnerable and sharing with everybody because I'm curious in the chat, 1 for yes, 2 for no. Do you resonate with Karen? Have you ever woken up and felt this way? It's just so important, Karen, to focus on where we're going. Tony Robbins has a great analogy for this. Tony was going to go drive race cars back with Dean back in the day. And when they went to the race car track, the announcer guy that was going to help them, of course, they go through this whole orientation. And basically the whole orientation is gas pedals on the right, brakes on the left, the wheel turns left and right. Focus on where you're going. Don't look at the wall. Don't look at the thing you don't want to hit. Focus on where you're going and you won't hit the wall. That was like an hour, basically. Gas on the right, brake on the left. Look at where you want to go. And that is such an important lesson for us as business owners, which we must do the same as well. Focus on the outcome. Focus on the destination. Look where I'm going to. It's so easy in a time like you're in right now, Karen. It's so easy to look at the wall. It's so easy to just focus on the thing that is I don't want. It's so easy to look at the amount of work, the time, the energy, the effort, the possibility that all of this is for naught and it doesn't work. All the negatives. It's so easy when we're in these moments to focus on those negatives. But please focus on where you're going. Make sure that when we focus on that, we turn the wheel that way and we don't hit the wall.
All right. I'll do that. I'll
Awesome.
do that, Dante. All right, so we'll be in touch. I have a question.
Yes.
Is Russell coming at 12 or no?
No, Russell is
Okay.
actually out today. He's busy doing a bunch of stuff. I think he's live on Funnel Friday today, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
But he doesn't have time for OFA.
All right. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Dante.
Always a pleasure, Karen. You sure there's no other questions before I let you go today?
Well, no, I'm gonna just keep on going. I'm gonna see the training per se, which has been very useful.
Good.
With the how to present the stack and everything, and just the good thing is that maybe if I'm a little bit stuck here, I can continue with the presentation. And so, you know, that's what I'm applying. So if I get stuck at some moment, then I'll go back and keep on working on the presentation.
Karen, that's perfect.
Yeah,
Absolutely perfect.
I'll do that. All right. But thank you. Thank you.
Cool. You got it. All right. I can stop this. Bingo and bingo. So nice. Catherine is back. Catherine, let me hop over to you. I saw your comments in the community today. I know time is limited, so how can I help?
Just real quick, excuse me, good afternoon. Well, good morning,
afternoon.
everybody.
Good morning.
As you know, I can't attend every day because of my W-2, but I'm going through the modules. I'm new to all of this, so I'm
Great.
gradually going through everything. And one of the things that you were telling me to do is go ahead and start now doing the funnel hacking.
Yes.
I went ahead and got the extension. I actually have the extension up here on my screen and Credit Versio, which is one of the credit repair companies that I want to try to do a funnel hack from.
Nice.
So when I see that I have my two things open, I have the Go Full page, and
Yep.
I also have the Credit Versio on my next tab.
Yep.
So how do I get that to?
Can you share your screen? I'll show you how to do the whole thing.
Sure.
Okay, beautiful. Coming through right now.
Can you see it?
Got it. Awesome. So, nice. Looks like you downloaded the extension. Now, what I need you to do, come on, annotate. There it is. Go click up there, the jigsaw puzzle, top right of your browser. Bingo. And there we can see Go Full Page. Click the pin to pin that. Nice. Now you're going to see Go Full Page is shown in the top right, right next to that jigsaw puzzle. Let me show it there.
Okay.
Now it'll be shown on any page you go to. Now let's go to your competitor that you want to funnel hack. Bingo. Click that Go Full Page icon. Bingo. Manja, manja, manja. Pac-Man goes across the screen. We get excited. We're doing big things. Funnel hacking is happening. Bingo, full page screenshot. Now, Catherine, what I'd like you to do, put a folder on your computer, like in your computer files. I make a funnel hacking folder. And then inside of that folder, yeah, look at you go. Nice.
Okay.
You can probably just right click to the side and it'll help. You can then new folder, top option. Bingo, call that funnel hacking. Yep, you're good to go.
Oh, hold on.
Yep, right click your new folder, top right. Rename. Or
Where'd it go? Okay, rename.
there we go. Funnel hacking. Bingo. Enter. Now, from here, what I'll do, Catherine, is inside of my funnel hacking folder, I'll then make more folders for each company. Because here's the deal. With funnel hacking, I showed you how to not only funnel hack the pages themselves, but you can go to the Facebook ads library, the Google ads library, the TikTok ads library, the YouTube ads library. Anywhere your competitors are advertising, they will have an ads library publicly available. That is law. So you're not just going to put in here the page. Go funnel hack their ads. Go take screenshots of their ads. You can put all of this in that folder. So really now you're set. Let's go back to the image that it took for you, which is right here. Let's go to the top right and hit our download button. Sorry, it's this one right there.
Oh, okay.
Bingo. That's fine. Yep. Great. Now it downloaded top right. Just put your mouse on the name of that file and click the little folder to the right-hand side. Right now on your computer, your files opened up and you can see that file is highlighted. I would just rename that company name and then probably homepage. It looks like that's what this is that we just funnel hacked. Yeah, bingo.
And you said homepage?
Yep, homepage. Great. So now you would just take that file and you put it in your funnel hacking folder. And that's the game. As you go do it on their different ads, as you go find, like when you go click their ads, you'll find that some ads go to their homepage, but they're probably going to have some ads that go to specific opt-in funnels or specific sales funnels. You're taking pictures of all this, Catherine. Then, as I like to teach funnel hacking, I like to teach it how Russell told it to me 8 years ago, 9 years ago, whatever it's been at this point. Go find your top 3 to 5 category king competitors, the ones that you're trying to go against, and go funnel hack all 3 to 5 of them. Then, for your favorite one, the one that you are trying to model most, or the one that you want to learn the most about, we have to do the thing that is always the hardest for entrepreneurs to do. We have to pull out our credit card and we have to go purchase their product. Because now you're going through the funnel, Catherine. You have all the ads on the front end that they use to acquire customers. And you take a screenshot of every single step in that funnel, the order form, all the upsells that come with it, all the downsells that come with it. Then you're also going to get the email sequences. And I recommend once you go through and make a purchase, Catherine, I then recommend that you go through and use a different email and then abandon your cart. Now I have everything. I have the keys to the castle. I have their design, their copy, their layout. I have their offer. I have their upsell sequencing. I have their fulfillment email sequence. I have their abandoned cart email sequence. Now I model and emulate. Does that all make sense?
Yes, it does. And as you know, I'm learning, so it's a lot, but it makes sense. There's a process to it, so there's an order to what you were
Yes.
just saying. So when I go in and purchase, go through those steps, I actually go in and take snapshots of that too, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
cancel the order.
Yes, you can refund the order. Absolutely, you can. You can do whatever you want. After your purchase, you do whatever you want. I'm certainly not here to judge. In school, they call it cheating. Here, we call it trying. But a lot of people, Catherine, a lot of people like to stay with the thing that they purchased. First off, gang, please don't be scared to open up your wallet. I understand why, like, hey, I only have so much money, Dante, I'm bootstrapping, and you're telling me to take funds away from my business and go buy my competitor. You're never going to help your competitor win. This one purchase from you is not going to do really anything from your competition, but for you, it's everything. You have the entire process. But most people do like to stay in, Catherine, just for that reason alone. Like, let's say the company you're trying to funnel hack the closest, let's say a course. They have an offer. Maybe it's a $2,000 offer where they say, hey, you're going to get this course. You're going to get a community. You're going to get all these resources, and you're also going to get this thing. Most people would stick with it because if they're going to model that offer, then they're going to go look at their course and they're going to go see the layout and structure of the course. What things are they talking about? They're going to take the course as a customer and they're going to say, wow, as they go through, they're going to take notes and say, well, I don't know this, and I could have said this, and I could have added this, and I could make it way better, and I could do this and that. They're going to funnel hack. We're going to funnel hack everything. Their course structure, the content in the course, the communities, the structure of the community, the posting schedule, like all of it. Once I'm in, I'm in. I got the keys to the castle. And because I have ClickFunnels, I can model and emulate and build it all for myself.
Great. So, and I guess I'll get to that later because I don't want to take up much of your time. But when I funnel hack and do these screenshots, I guess my question is now, what's the next step? You know, once I have.
The fun
I love
question.
your energy. I just love it.
Question. I love funnel hacking, gang. This is how I found this world. When I found this world, I spent a year trying to do it myself. I spent a year trying to recreate a new funnel the world had never seen. I spent a year trying to write new copy the world had never read, and I didn't do a thing. I just sat stagnant. And then I learned funnel hacking. And as soon as I started funnel hacking, I started seeing results. Why? I didn't get better at marketing. I didn't get better at writing copy. I didn't grow my skills in any way, shape, or form. I was just modeling the success that is already being had out there for myself. It's everything. It's core, it's fundamental, it's foundational. It's why we call you guys funnel hackers. The entire movement of ClickFunnels is based on this one thing. It is unbelievably powerful. Go back to college for 4 years, or just go model your competitors and take the keys to the castle. I'm a big fan of modeling and taking those keys. So for you, Catherine, the big thing that you do next is you just build that in your ClickFunnels account. Like, do me a favor, on that screen, just put your mouse on the page and a little magnifying glass. Yeah, click that. It'll zoom us in. Okay, scroll me up to the very top. And here we go. So they have a header across the top. They have their company logo top left. Then they have, so this is a website, I can tell, because they have their navigation natively up top. You don't push to a website, you push to a funnel. You have an ad that says, are you struggling with this? They click on it. It goes to a funnel that says, I have the solution for your struggles. You have a hyper-focused ad tailored to your customer. But so we could just remove the navigation if we wanted to. If you want to model your website after this, you definitely could by looking at that top nav. But you don't need to worry about that. You can just forget about the top nav and then start modeling everything else down below. Imagine this and everything down is your above the fold. Yeah, so scroll me up to the top so the navigation is not shown, please. Scroll me down just like an inch. That was a little much. There we go. That's your above the fold. Take out the nav. Somebody hits your funnel. That's what they see. You're going to have a section. It's going to have a headline. It's going to have an image. It's also going to have a headline and a button. That's it. You can go make that in ClickFunnels with your elements. All you need to do is have the background image that you can put on the section. Scroll me down a little bit more, Catherine. Now, as we look at our competitors, sorry, let me get my drawings out of the way. That was a little much. Let's go back up to where we just left off, right below the fold. There it is. Bingo. Now we're going to have a new section. It's going to be a headline. It's going to be a subheadline. And they have a carousel of reviews right here. You can have a carousel of reviews. If you don't have enough to warrant a carousel, just make a 4-column row in your account and put the images of the reviews. That's all they did here. These are Trustpilot reviews. They went to Trustpilot, they took screenshots of the thing, and they just added 4 images side by side. You can do the same. We come down below, it's a subheadline, and it looks like that's probably a custom Trustpilot image that they made. Let me get my drawings out of the way and let's go look at that next section. Absolutely. Then we have a video element, headline, subheadline, button. Let's go look at the next. This is so good. I haven't done this in forever. I need to make trainings on this again. Okay, now we get to the news section. Scroll me up just a skosh, Catherine. Let's look in between the two. Do you see how right here, perfect, right there. Right here we have a white background, but right here we have like a beige, darker looking background. So that's an easy way for me to tell that right here, this is a section break. Everything here and above in this white is in its own section. Everything here and below is in its own section. That's how they control the different background colors. So now I know, let me get my caveman drawings out of here. Now I know all this, yeah, scroll me down just a little bit. All of this is in its own section. So I make a new section in ClickFunnels, headline, subheadline. And then this can either be an image that I make in Canva and I just add the image right here, or I can make bullet lists and add my checkbox icon and my text. So that would be a bullet list element inside of ClickFunnels, then a subheadline. Scroll me down, let's see what we got next. Notice how each of these sections pretty much fit right on your page, gang. As she's scrolling section to section, like, do me a favor, Catherine, scroll down just an inch. Guaranteed a new section shows. There it is. We're making it bite-sized. I'm seeing companies across the board, across the globe do this in 2025. Bite-sized sections. There's no crazy amounts of copy in here. Now, granted, they probably could be doing better with their marketing. I could definitely see more copy, more bullets, better images, but It's all simple, it's clean, it's concise. You're modeling that as well, the design, the layout, the feel, all of it. But yeah, is that all making sense, Catherine? Like this one right here, that's just an image on the right. This one, image on the left. It's just headlines, subheadlines, paragraphs. It's just now making the funnel, using your ClickFunnels elements, putting the right things in the right places and making this exact layout. That make sense?
Yes, well, I haven't went through the process of making a funnel yet. So when I do, I guess I'll be coming back to you, but I don't copy the whole section over. I actually take it piece by piece as
Yes.
I'm doing the sections.
Yep, piece by piece, section by section.
Okay. All right, well, I'm gonna start off by going to my competitors, at least 3 sites, like you said, 3 to 5, and
Yep.
do the screenshots and then do the folders. And then I'll, pick the one that I want to actually pull stuff from, purchase it, and then go through that and then start doing my funnel.
100%, Catherine. 100%.
Okay.
That'd be great weekend homework. Another thing you could do well is Trey Llewellyn's market first approach. Whether we're an expert or an e-com, Trey has really brought this to the forefront of light in this past year. But Russell's been talking about this for the past 10, and Trey learned this from Russell back in the day. A market first approach, getting data from our customers and listening to them. So one thing that would do you very well as a little side project, Catherine, is to go to the Facebook groups, the Reddit threads, the TikTok channels, the communities, go to the places and spaces that your dream customer is already congregating, and go there and say, or not even your dream customer, maybe your dream customer who's gone through the journey. Go to the people who've gone through credit repair because that's your thing, right? It's credit repair. Yeah, go to the people that have gone through credit repair transformation, or go to the people that are currently going through credit repair transformation and just ask them, act like one of them. Go in there, Catherine, and say, hey, my name's Catherine. I'm however years old, and over my life, I've made these bad decisions, and I now find myself in this bad spot that your dream customer is in. Who do you guys prefer? Who have you guys used in the past that have been in similar situations? Have you ever been in a spot that I am, and what did you do, or who did you use to get out of it? Just go ask your customers. They'll tell you. And then you're going to find more people that you're like, wow, I got a lot of great names. Some of them I knew about, some of them I didn't. And of the ones I didn't, this name kept coming up over and over and over and over. That market first approach, going right to the customer and hearing what they have to say, is invaluable.
Okay. So this weekend when I work on this, I haven't got to those modules or the missions where it's actually teaching me how to do a funnel. I'm actually at the point, I think it's mission 3 because I'm a day behind.
Yes.
But where I pick either expert or e-com.
Yep.
So that's where I'm at. Should I jump ahead and try to learn how to do funnels in order to get this done? Or should I just continue to go through the missions as it's set up?
That's a great question, Catherine. I would just continue to go through the mission as they're set up. Most people, when they come into OFA, they take it 2 times. Very rare that somebody comes through and just takes it. Those people typically are not involved as we challenge, and it just doesn't mean as much to them as others. Most people go through twice, because the first time we go through, there's so much to learn. There's not only building funnels and the editor and the tools available to you, but how many different concepts, how many different ways of looking at marketing and business has Russell already shared with you just in this first week? And that's all 30 days of OFA. There's so many new concepts, new ways of doing things. Some of them are totally new, and some of them are challenging pillars that you might have in your mind right now. So it's so rare that people just go through once, Catherine. It's so common that they come through twice. The first time kind of pours their foundation. It takes those 30 days for them to learn all these new things. Then now that they've learned and implemented, then they come through the second time, and that's where they're really moving quick, really doing things. So for you, I would prefer to see you just go through the 30 days exactly as we intended it. Take the trainings on each day, a 1-day delay. I'm perfectly fine with that. Take the training each day. I promise. We have so much to teach you. We're going to give you a college education on marketing and sales funnels. Just go through as we laid it out. We're teaching the right things at the right time. So at the end of it, you have the actual system. You understand, and you have a funnel that's actually working.
Okay. All right. That'll work.
Awesome.
Just one more question. When
Sure.
the last lesson was setting up domains, and when I did it, I have a domains from GoDaddy, but I used the domain. I bought a domain from ClickFunnels,
Great.
and so would that affect anything moving forward, having the different domains? Because I'm trying to pull it up where. Okay, so if you see my screen,
Yep.
those are the two domains I have. This is my ClickFunnels, and then
The My ClickFunnels domain, that is actually a subdomain. That is a subdomain of our domain, myclickfunnels.com. We give you that as a subdomain. It's a verified and secure domain. But basically, gang, it's 2025. Do not launch your funnels on this. You never want customers to see this. We give it to you so you can build your funnels on something verified and secured. But what we intend for you to do is use that at the beginning to build. And then once you know what domain you're going to use, bring your own domains in. Always have your funnels on your own domains or your own subdomain.
okay, so they had me establish one, this is the one. This is not the one through GoDaddy. This is the one through ClickFunnels.
Okay.
So I should be using that when I start doing the funneling,
Yes,
making
I
the
could
funnel.
care less where you get the domain from, Catherine, to be quite honest. A domain
Okay.
host is a domain host is a domain host. Ionos, GoDaddy, Namecheap, Bluehost, it doesn't matter. That's just where you bought the domain. The big thing I care about is your current GoDaddy domain. Is it currently running like a website or a store, or is it doing anything?
No, it's just my email.
Okay,
domain.
cool.
Yeah.
If that domain, let's say you had a domain in GoDaddy and that domain was doing something, running a store, a blog, a website, whatever, right? If you move it from GoDaddy to ClickFunnels, whatever it's currently doing will stop happening. But for you, you're not doing anything. So your domain is essentially just parked in a domain host. Could care less. You can bring that right into ClickFunnels right now. If you want to click connect existing domain, if you want to bring it in, top right, you just type in the domain. We'll do all the work. We bring it right over. Does that make sense too?
Yeah, but actually thinking about it, yeah, I do have a web page with using that domain name. So
Okay.
my credit repair web page uses that domain.
Okay, so you probably just want to leave that for now. Leave it
Okay.
there for now. It's up, it's rocking and rolling. As you build your funnels, let's get everything solid in your ClickFunnels account. Like we
Okay.
can rebuild your website in the future. We have funnel hubs here in ClickFunnels, which websites done right. So we can transfer, we can change, we can do all that. But if it's currently running your website, I would just leave it for now. Don't affect the presence while you build on the back end.
Okay, thanks. And
Absolutely.
they mentioned something about free private registration.
For the domain?
Yeah, but I never seen that option for me to click.
Okay, cool. So when you buy a domain, they're going to give you some free privacies, and it's like privacy protection for you, the domain owner, so that your information is not so readily available to people. You can take those free privacy protections that they give you, but anything else they ask you to buy, like hosting or SSLs or securities, anything else they ask you to buy, you do not need to buy. ClickFunnels gives you all of that. Hosting, SSLs, we give it to you completely free. So just buy your bare bones domains when you buy yours.
Okay, so I don't know if I chose that option. Does it make a difference if I didn't use the
If you
free?
didn't, then that just means technically your name is tied right to the domain itself. And if somebody wanted to see who owns the domain and then go try and purchase it from you, they can just easier find your name. It's more so listed publicly now. But even if you use the free privacy protection, all it takes is the searcher to go one layer deeper and they find everything. So
Finds
it's
it
not,
anyway.
especially starting out, Catherine, that's what I could care less, to be quite honest.
Okay, that's fine. All right,
Sweet.
thanks, Dante.
Awesome. Great job, Catherine.
I'll stop sharing.
I can stop it for you. Good to go.
Okay.
All right, let's roll over to Dan is next, and after that will be Margaret. Hey, Dan.
Hey, Dante. Hey, quick question. What did you use to build your bot? What system?
That is a system called Delphi. Are you interested in that, Dan?
Well, possibly. Yeah.
Yeah. Just shoot me a Facebook message.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, so I went ahead, I got Clarity installed yesterday. Let's see,
Great work.
hang on, why, why is this? It should screen 1, screen 2. This doesn't make sense. Can you see my funnels?
Yes, I got you.
Okay, you see the opt-ins and the pre-page views?
Correct.
Okay, I don't know. First of all, I went to customers and I don't see any new opt-ins.
Okay.
So I don't see new customers. And then I have Clarity up here.
Uh-huh.
And this is the one that had the what, and I'm not sure, should I open that to see what went on? Is that
Yes, these are your projects. Each of your funnels can become a
right?
project in Clarity. So yeah, just go ahead and click on that project. Oh, choose an installation method. Let's go install manually, Dan.
They're installed.
Are you sure? Let's go take a look at your ClickFunnels account. Let me see.
Okay.
Let's click on the Winded Warrior funnel. Great. Now let's go top right to our main funnel settings. Oh, great. And there we go in the head. Uh-huh. Oh, there's your Clarity code. Nice
Yeah.
work. I just wonder, Dan, I wonder if that's from your other project. Because it looks like you didn't make a code on your Winded Warrior project.
Well, I went here
Uh-huh.
and I built two projects, one for each funnel,
Yes.
and I went manually install on each of them differently.
Uh-huh.
And I copied it and I went ahead and pasted it into the front, or the top front, whatever.
Yes.
And we saw that. And
Okay,
so,
interesting. Let me take a look. I think I can find in the code what I need to. Click install manually. Let's go back to Clarity, actually. Install manually. It's going to pop that code up. Oh, man, it's so small on my screen. Can you, on your keyboard, can you press Command plus or Control plus? Yeah, keep going a little bit. Okay, Clarity, get element, tag name, insert before. No, there's got to be something. Push arguments. A element in the SRC equals MSG tag plus I. Plus I. Okay. And this is on Winded Warrior. So it's going to be S507. Can we go to your other project, please, Dan?
absolutely, yeah.
I have you zoomed way in. You can zoom out a little bit. That'll be Control or Command minus.
Please disregard this email. I'm good for now.
Where's minus?
There we go. Okay, let's top left, click your Winded Warrior drop down, and let's go to your other project. Nice. Okay, and we go to our setup, and so let's scroll down a little bit, and we have install manually, get tracking code, and yes, that looks very similar. S501. Okay, let's go back to your funnel really quick. Main funnel settings, top right. Let's go to your head code. And I'm going to have you scroll down on that so I can see the ending of the code. And that says, I'm looking right here, it says S501, doesn't it?
S50, yeah, S507.
S507. Okay, back to Clarity, please.
Foggy Brain or
And
Winded Warrior?
this is S501. Okay, so do you see where I'm looking in the code there?
Yeah.
That's S501. Take me back to your ClickFunnels account, please.
Okay, we're in Foggy Brain at the moment.
Correct. We're in Foggy Brain, but this is Winded Warrior. So if we
Right.
go to the bottom of your head code now, it's going to show us, what are those letters?
S507.
S507, not S501. Let's go back to Clarity, please, Dan.
Okay. Well, now this is Winded Warrior.
Correct, which it should be, because if we go to clarity and look at the very top, we're in Foggy Brain. Foggy Brain is S501, which
Right.
we don't see on the funnel, which is a great start. Let's go back to Winded Warrior now. Yes. Let's go down to your code. Install manually. Sorry, it's going to be just above.
Yeah, that's.
Just below. It's the middle option. Just below this third party. There it is.
I got it.
Bingo. And now I'm looking at S507. And now we are in the Winded Warrior project. So this is the tracking code for specifically your Winded Warrior. Let's just go back to your funnel really quick, Dan. And remind me, that says S507, correct? I'm in the Winded Warrior funnel settings right now. And let's just go back to clarity one more time really quick just to check it out. That says S507, yes?
They match, yes.
Bingo. Perfect. So you know you have this Winded Warrior clarity is on the Winded Warrior funnel. You did perfect, Dan.
Okay.
So what questions from here? Keep her going.
Well, my question is when I go here and I look at this, I saw opt-ins and I saw page views. And so is there a way I'm supposed to be using clarity to see what was going on?
No, the stats that we show, they show a past 7-day stats. So that's why you're seeing 25 opt-ins like that. As you look at your funnel page now, these stats show daily stats. Yes, so this is weekly. You see in the Winded Warrior, you have 25 opt-ins and 60 page views. But if you just click the name of the funnel, take me into the actual builder. Yes. Now, each funnel page will have its own stats displayed again. And these stats on each page, these are daily stats, not weekly. So since you added the clarity code, because you did that within the past 24 hours, since you've added the code, nobody has viewed the page, which means nothing is going wrong. The 25 you're seeing was from previous, more than likely. It was just you viewing the page, testing, and doing all that.
Right. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
What other questions, Dan? Does it all make sense?
Yeah, no, and I was just trying to, we got it installed and it's there and it seems to be working. So, and it wasn't as hard as it looked.
Yes, very simple.
I'll throw out one thing for you that's unrelated, and it's to what you said earlier. When I took motorcycle training, they taught you that where you look, the motorcycle goes.
Yep.
Regardless of your hands and aiming or whatever, it's like where you look, the motorcycle goes, and it's really true. So
always, it's the same thing with golf. If where I'm looking is where the ball's going to go, I could aim over here, but when I hit, the ball's going to be a big slice and go back. I could aim over here. It's going to be a big hook where we're aiming. Same thing with fishing. When I go fishing, I never look at my boat. I never look at my rod. I look at where I'm casting, and the lure goes there every time. It's a personal development thing that
you ask about where you want to be in 10 years. At 77, I just normally say alive.
Me too. Awesome. Great questions today, Dan. I really appreciate it. Let's hop over to Margaret. Hey, Margaret.
Hey, Dante. Thank you. Thank you for actually getting me on this call. I've been trying since I opted in for this to get on these calls, and you guys have been great to help me really get here, sending me the link. Actually, that was perfect.
Awesome.
What time is this call over, actually?
Well, today, normally on Fridays, Russell is here with us. So we have from 11 to 12 is open coaching, like what you've gone through here. I'll ask any question, any track, anything about the challenge. I'm here to help. From 12 to 1 on Friday, Russell normally hops into this call, and then we'll have our expert session from 12 to 1. So the morning call typically is like 11 to 1 is what we go.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm like, where do I start? Okay, so I kind of did this in a really wacky way. I would not recommend anyone do it the way that I just did it and am doing it. I went through the One Funnel Away challenge, 10-day challenge, and so I did the whole thing in 10 days. I didn't build everything in 10 days, just like you said. I was just letting it brain dump on me. I did, the exercises and stuff like that. So my funnel is pretty much built. I actually did my first live web class yesterday, but I have some questions with regards to they'll get the replay today. Well, actually, I'm going to have to re-record it because we had some hiccups on Zoom
As
and
we always do on the first time.
we didn't record. It was so funny. I was so glad I did it. I started to cancel it till next week, but I'm glad I did because it showed some hiccups. So I'm using Zoom and is integrated into ClickFunnels,
Great.
and so that worked out fine. I guess what I really don't understand is, we'll do the replay on Fridays. So is that, are we triggering an email for that? Is that, or are we doing a broadcast email, or should that email be connected to, so once they finish, hey, we sent out an email message, thanks for, joining our session today, blah, blah, blah. Here's the replay for today.
Yes, it's all going to be broadcasts. So from Zoom, you can set 3 emails to go out. 24 hours ahead of time, 3 hours, and 1 hour. I believe I'm correct on that. I haven't looked at it in a while. You'll see in Zoom, they have a bunch of emails that you can automatically set out. You're going to choose the last 3. They do have options like 7 days, 5 days. You don't need that. 24 hours, 3 hours, 1 hour before the time, and those come right from Zoom.
Okay.
And then you can send your broadcast. Maybe you want another one 2 hours before, or maybe you want one when it's starting. That's just a broadcast, a one-time email blast. Same thing with your replay. You want to deliver your replay when it's ready. That's just a blast out to all the people, a broadcast to all the people that actually did go to that webinar or registered. Yep.
Okay, so I started and triggered all of this stuff before the whole funnel was finished. So, um, crazy like that. So I understand. I think her name was Karen. I understand the press and the pressure, and there's so much stuff. It's like, I feel like I'm drinking from a fire hydrant. And so if I'm being totally honest, I hired a couple of guys from Pakistan to help, work out the logistics on Upwork, and they've been great. 99 Digital, they've been fantastic. But I want to learn all of the different things that I just don't have the capacity to learn out of the back end logistics. So let me just get this straight. I don't have to do an email that's triggered on the funnel when the training is done. We can do broadcast email, but the
And
replay.
what she's saying with that, just for everybody else to know, she's talking about a workflow. No, you do not need a pre-made email sequence that people enter when they register for your email. What we typically do is have one email in the workflow, and that's just a registration email. Thank you so much for registering for this present. That's it. That's all we would have. The rest of the emails are broadcasts.
Because broadcast emails, I got that on lock, so I can go in and do. I don't have a lock on Zoom. So on Zoom, I purchased. So I already have a Zoom account for meetings. So I purchased a 1 month so I could see how it would work for webinars. Now, do you recommend using the meeting version or the webinar version? It was so wonky yesterday. I was apologizing all at the beginning, and that's not my style. I'm usually all together and stuff like that. So it was funny. It was cool. What do you recommend? Should you use the meeting or the webinar version?
Use the pro account. Ben, actually, what week are you on, Margaret? Are you on week 2?
4.
Okay, cool. So in
No.
training,
I'm sorry. Week 4 for what? Let me just say it like that.
well, in the training, in the One Funnel Away Challenge, how many weeks have you been a VIP?
Oh, okay. So, right. That's been several weeks. I just have not been connected, so I didn't know what to do. I see the missions there. I haven't watched any missions. I did all of the One Funnel Away 10-day challenge. I did all of those in 10 days. And so I was not sure what to do. So when I say that I'm flying by the seat of my pants, I'm just not kidding. I'm really flying by the seat of my pants.
You are not kidding.
I'm hopscotching, I'm
I
moonwalking.
understand.
I'm doing it all.
Yes.
It's actually because some of it's coming together, but so that's what I guess I'm trying to understand when you say pro version. I mean, I've had a paid version, period, all of this time because I do, because of the type of work that I do.
Well, you need the Zoom webinars account is what you need.
Okay, so I do.
Yes, you do need that. You did perfect with that. Can you share your screen with me, please?
Sure. You want to see my funnel screen?
I want to get you into the right training. We have multiple one funnel away trainings, and you're just not quite in the right one yet. But let me get you set up here. Okay, great. Let's exit in the top left. Number one, too, I want to point out, I'm really proud of you for finding your who, Margaret. This is probably something you are not unfamiliar with. But many times, it's not about finding our how, it's about finding our who. So getting some people that can do the things that you were struggling with so you could just get over those hurdles and back to doing the things you're an expert at was very wise. Super proud of you for doing that. Let's get you set up with the right training. Go to your Learn and Connect tab in the top left of your account. Lovely. Then training courses. Bingo. Aha. And we have the One Funnel Away Challenge 2024 as well as the One Funnel Away Challenge 2025. So there's no difference to the there's no difference to the e-com track on either challenge. The e-com track is exactly the same. Actually, that's not true. Okay. I'm in the middle of a massive reconsolidation for all of this. We have so many resources and so many assets. One thing I want to point out to you, do me a favor, click into the 2024, please. I'm going to use you. I want to show everybody this. This is available to everybody here today. Also, anybody just hanging out in the stream, if you've not yet gone VIP, this is available to all of you as well. So click start on that training for me.
And I'm going to ask real quick, like this 0%, I'm a little bit of a competitive person, and it was driving me nuts that it doesn't turn, it doesn't go, and believe me, I talked to your tech support, no one can figure it out, and I used different browsers, but let me just say it had me crazy for like the first 3 weeks because I'm like, come on, I'm or the first 3 days for whatever. I did it actually in 10 days, and I was like, man, I want to show off that I'm actually doing this work.
Yeah, let me get that 100%. Can I get a little champion
You know what I'm saying?
trophy
That's
next
exactly
to it too?
right.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate that feedback. I love any and all feedback always. I want to know what you guys think and feel. So click on your e-com track for me, please. That's going to be right there. Right there.
This one right here, day 5?
Actually at the top. They're just above you right there.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now in the ecom track, we have beginner, but we also have advanced. Click on your advanced tab for me, please. Yeah. So I know you're an expert and you're not in the ecom track, but Trey Llewellyn is addicted to teaching people how to be CEOs, not just make a funnel that works and makes some money, how to actually be a CEO, how to run your business, how to solve problems, how to become unbelievably efficient at the things that you're doing. So I would encourage everybody, when you're done with your 30 days, please go to this old 2024 training, go to your ecom track, go to the advanced tab, and take all of these. They are incredible, Margaret. So good.
Okay,
So good.
So will this support, so let me just tell you what I have to do. So my guys have my funnel ready for, I did the payment AI. For the payment AI, it's connected, but there was like a third step in there. I'm connected to Stripe and I'm connected to PayPal, but there was just kind of a payment AI something that I haven't done yet. It says, hey, load up your documentation, and I think it's my corporate documentation and stuff like that. Is that what that's requesting?
Yes, it's basically just requesting that you verify who you are and that you own the company that you own so we can activate the account.
Okay, so I'll do that today because tomorrow, so they'll get the replay, even though I'm gonna record it, re-record it today.
Yep.
It'll be better, it'll be great. And I have one more question after that. So it'll launch based on what I heard, Russell, and I've been in all kinds of you guys' training, just like I said, I've been hopscotching.
Good.
To Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, advertise, promote. So we started promoting on radio last week. We started promoting and I did some Instagrams and just doing, I had someone in Chicago at the Small Business Expo. And so we're starting to get the word out. So I know that, I know this world pretty well in terms of how promotions go. You really need, at least, 3 months to really kind of prime the pump.
You do.
So we're supposed to start selling. So it says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, promote, Thursday, do the live web class, and then replay on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, build scarcity and what do you say? Scarcity and urgency. My
Yes.
question to you on that is, how are you building scarcity and urgency when you're doing the same exact web class every single week?
They don't know that.
Okay.
99% of your people that go through your system have no idea what they're going through. You'll have some people that understand business. You'll have some advertisers. You'll have some marketers. You'll have some salespeople come through that they do understand what webinar processes are. 99% of people have no idea. That week is completely new to them. They have no idea that it's the same thing you've been doing for the past 5 years. Yep.
Let me check our script for radio, make sure we didn't tell them that. Weekly.
Well, and you can. No. You did beautiful, Margaret. I'm not even done showing you around and getting you all your resources, because there's a great way to go through this. You can have a radio ad that continues to push people to your free presentation, your secret masterclass, however you're positioning it. It always goes to your URL. In the radio ad, you say, go to margaretjackson.com and register today. They go to margaretjackson.com and you just set up your funnel. You have your funnel settings each week tied to your new webinars. So even if your radio ad 6 months down the line, you get registrants, it's okay. They go register to your funnel, which is connected to the proper webinar in Zoom, and they get to go watch this. So you actually did it perfectly. Does that make sense?
Yes. Right now, it's just one webinar. It's grant ready, and because I want to see this go. I want to focus on this because I'm getting jammed up on people wanting to win grants, businesses, and all of that. Okay, so
I want to get you set
sense.
up too. I want to get you all the knowledge, because we have an entire webinar funnel that we give you. That we have a whole step-by-step. There is a whole 2 weeks of training just on the perfect webinar itself. So let me go get you set up with that. Go one browser tab left, please. Back to your ClickFunnels account, like the browser tabs themselves. Oh, that Zoom thing's always in the way. You can click and hold and drag it anywhere you'd like.
I don't know, but I don't see a Zoom anything.
What we're looking for is that browser tab at the very top that says ClickFunnels Funnels. At the very top of your screen, do you see my little annotate tool? I'm going to draw an arrow to it as well so you can really follow.
Oh, okay, yes.
Nice, there we go. Okay, now let's go back to your Learn and Connect tab and then training courses.
Okay.
Bingo. Let's go to your One Funnel Away 2025. Here we go. All right, so now scroll down past week 1. Now you can choose your path, and here loads up the expert path. Everything here, mission 8 to mission 15, this 2 weeks is all about perfect webinar. And we have amazing trainings on all of this. It's not even just the webinar. Like you can see, mission 11 is your membership area. Do you sell courses?
Right. It's a course. It's a course that I've already been selling on Udemy, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of adding to it and adding a bunch of stuff that it's amazing. It's totally insane in terms of what our offers are. But yes, so everything's pretty much done. I just need to.
Oh, you're going to love this, Margaret. Mission 15 is your order form, how to assemble your actual offer and display your offer to your customers. You're going to get my course, my community, my checklist, my calculator, my this, my that, enhanced support, your
Right.
actual offer. We walk you through every single aspect of your webinar and your presentation funnel right here. I'd love for you to just get started right away on these trainings. There are so many things you've said. It's going to connect all the pieces to all the things you're struggling with right now. Let's make that number one focus.
I have to watch all of these today. I mean, I just have to.
Well, no, you have access to the One Funnel away. All this training, you have access to it. You're a ClickFunnels member. You retain access.
Right. But we're supposed to start selling tomorrow, so I want to make sure. And when I do the replay or well, now I'm re-recording it to make sure I'm saying everything that I need to say because I did a slide deck. Are you typically using slide decks? I mean,
yeah, 137 of them.
So, okay, cool. So I got a great slide deck that I've used. I can show it to you really quick. Am I still sharing my screen with you?
Yes, you are. I see you.
Okay, so this is a slide deck, 10 pages, really quick, gets me in an hour. So I'm using Russell's 15, 15, 15, 15. So when I go through it, my origin story, secret 1, secret 2, secret 3, competitive advantage, testimonials, and I also do a live testimonial from someone who was on my radio show. Actually, I've been doing broadcast radio for like 13, 14 years, going to our 14th season. And so
Nice.
he got on air. I had him on air talking about his experience with the grant readiness and everything. So he gave us a great testimonial there. And so this is our offer stack, bonuses, and then I'm out.
I've already seen 13 things I would change about these slides. Let me just give you a quick example, Margaret. Take me back to your customer reviews.
Yes.
Right here on your slide deck. Yep.
Testimonials.
Testimonials. We have 2 testimonials on one slide right now. We never would do that. You're going to learn as you go through the Okay, before I get too deep into this, I don't want you to put on yourself that you have to watch all these trainings in this one day. Please just go do your webinar, go upload the recording, go shoot do exactly what you were going to do.
Okay.
It's unfeasible. You're not going to watch all of those in a day. And there is a lot to learn here because Russell's not holding anything back. He's teaching you everything. About not even just about presenting, but about selling, the psychology behind it. There's so much. So keep doing it as you're doing it. You can start over the weekend, and by Monday, I promise you'll make it through enough of the training that you're really going to understand how webinars work, especially weekly live webinars. But for instance, on testimonials, this would never, with a perfect webinar, the beats that we're hitting, the tempo that we're following is so unbelievably important. And that's why we have 137 slides. It's to help me, the presenter, stay on beat, to not get into technobabble and not get into wasted ramble. So like I would split these testimonials up into 2 different testimonial pages. I would have the first testimonial, and I would have an image of the person who left the testimonial. Like on the left-hand side, I'll get my caveman drawings out of here. On the left-hand side, you have a faceless, nameless image that nobody resonates with. It's not really invoking any real emotions either, aside from stand out from the crowd. So they're just seeing this. It's a faceless testimonial with nobody on it. Hey, Margaret, wanted to let you know you're amazing. I love your guidance, and I love the way that you helped me as a service leader every single day. That would be that slide. So I'd hit it really quick. I would just be, and now as customers see it, boom, image hits. It's a nice, lovely photo of the person who left the testimonial. And I don't even say any of that. I just lead in and I say, and here's what our customers say about us. Testimonial page pops up. She loved us. We're service-based leaders, and we really helped her get results. And another one, we can hop over to Shane, and that's an image, a new slide, image of Shane. And Shane said that she really liked what we did, and it is as simple as that, gang. The beats that we're hitting, the tempo that we're running is so important. And we give you Russell's entire slide deck, Margaret. So you don't have to go come up with all these from scratch. We're going to give you the entire beat to the perfect webinar. Now you're just plugging and playing all your existing things into it.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, cool. So I'll start watching that, and I'll do exactly what you're saying, and
Great.
I will be chewing this stuff like a beast, just getting it done. So I'm excited. I think this stuff is awesome. So I think that concludes all of my crazy questions and hopscotching around. And so maybe by Monday I'll be not hopscotching, but I will be on the correct path of everything. Thank
Yes,
you.
definitely hop back in on Monday. We'll start that week off on the proper track now that you learn these things, because we're going to, you already have so many of the assets. You already have so many of the resources and things people have to build. It's really just going to be plugging and playing for us.
Right. Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Awesome. You got it. And hey, great job going and doing. Something I say a lot here in the challenge. I heard, if you're not familiar, the Queen Eileen Wilder is a staple in our community as a public figure and in the marketplace as a high-ticket coach. But Eileen has a saying that I absolutely love. Eileen says, 2/3 of God's name is go. So go, baby, go, baby, go. And I just love that. But I want to take it a step farther. 2/3 of God's name backwards is do. So go and do and go and do. That is what we are meant to do. That is how we are meant to act. And I just want to applaud you for your tenacity, and you went and did. Even though, sure, we didn't follow the right steps. Actually, to talk about it real honesty, Margaret, you were following the wrong training. You were in the old OFA, which is teaching VSL funnels, and you were able to do the thing, and you launched it, and you got it live, and you got people to go to it. And for that, I am unbelievably proud of you. That tenacity, that mindset of I'm going to go because this is what I was told to do. You are one who steps in faith, not by fear. And I love that. And I'm super proud of it. So I just wanted to applaud it really quickly.
Thank you.
Absolutely, Margaret. It's great to meet you. Great to finally get you in here.
Likewise.
Absolutely. Well, gang, what a blast of a session. Man, I love my job. I say it every day, but we have a lot of fun here in OFA. It's because of you guys. You guys doing the thing. Sure, I'm a rambler. I could talk. You could turn a camera on for an hour, and I can always talk about anything. We'll have a fun time doing it. But you guys are doing the thing. You guys are taking the training. You're implementing. You're hitting new hurdles because you're doing the thing, having new questions come up. That's what makes this training special. It's all about you guys. So I really appreciate all of your tenacity. Oh, Scott has a quick question. Let me roll over to Scott. Yes, how can I help?
I was just thinking when you were talking before about funnel hacking.
Yeah.
Can we use, if you don't know who the market leaders are that you're looking to funnel hack, could you use ChatGPT to say to them, the following is the problem that I'm a specialist in. Can you show me the websites and landing pages for those people who are dominant in this field? Something like that?
1,000,000%. When you go, let me see if I can get into mine just really quick. Go with Google. I have a whole new computer setup I haven't done yet. So,
because the great part about ChatGPT is it gives you the links also as part of their answer.
yes, it does. It does. So there's two things I'll point out on this, Scott. One, you can find millions of YouTube videos on this. ChatGPT has an agent function where it will go do market research very well for you. It will assemble all links and assets into like a table, into a spreadsheet basically, and you can get your 20 category king competitors, all the links to all their pages. Yes, we can definitely do that. When you use your ChatGPT, even if you don't use the agent function, I recommend you use O3 Mini. You know, ChatGPT has different versions that you can use. O3 Mini is advanced logic and research. And you'll see that's the version that like sometimes it takes 20 or 30 minutes to do the work, but that's because it's literally crawling the entire internet finding all those things. But yes, you absolutely can. However, as much as I do this, Scott, it's still, for me at least, in my humble opinion, ChatGPT research does not beat me going to places and spaces that my customers are currently congregating, acting like one of my customers that I serve, saying, hey, I'm having this problem. Who do you go to? That is still the creme de la creme, in my opinion.
So would you post, that be the question I would post in ChatGPT?
100%. Yeah, 100. Let's say health and wellness is my gig, and I help people over 45 attack their health and wellness at a new way tailored to them. I would go to a community full of 45 plus people and I would say, hey, I just turned 45 today and it's crazy. It feels like my body realized it. And I'm now all of a sudden overnight, I'm experiencing all the things that I heard my dad talk about for years and I have no idea what to do. What have you guys done to get out of this? Or what have you guys done to retain your health as you've moved into your old age? What people and resources do you like and rely on that I could start looking into this? That's it. That's exactly what I would go act like my dream customer that I want to serve. I would go say I'm having the problems that my dream customer is having, and I would let those people tell me who they regard as category kings.
But you're saying to go to those communities. How would I know what those communities are?
Oh, you could. Yes. You can use ChatGPT to find those communities. You can use ChatGPT to do that research. You can also just go to Facebook and you could type in like fitness community and you could get started right now immediately. You'll find the top 3 that have millions of people in them. I would go do that immediately, Scott, because just going to those first couple, you'll get enough responses from customers, or excuse me, from people, from community members, that it's already going to put your nose to the ground on stuff. And it'll make your ChatGPT research make so much more sense too.
Great, thanks.
Awesome. You got it, Scott. Great question. But gang, I am super proud of you guys. I really, truly am. You're doing amazing. I know the challenge is a lot. And at some point, you've hit a roadblock. You've hit a hurdle. Maybe it was an internal hurdle. Like a lot of what we talked about today, and it was especially early on with the first woman, not Catherine, not Corinne. I'm forgetting her name. Many times when we enter thank you, there it is. Many times as we enter this world, there's a shift that has to happen. I heard a lot of that in what she was saying earlier. I just want to point this out and leave you guys with this. Maybe something to simmer on and think about over the weekend. Many times in this world, you learn these new things, you see a new way of thinking, you see a new way of operating, and then you start doing that thing. And it's very different than how you've done things in the past. And it's very different in some of the strongholds that we have in our mind. And you're not wrong for having those strongholds. They've done you well to get you to where you are today. So you're not a crazy person for having strongholds. I just need to share that with you now. But many times as we start to do these new things, there's a shift that life calls out of us from where we are to shift from who we are today to what we are to become. And that shift can be scary. And that shift can really make you feel super emotions inside. And many people have not accomplished the shift. They've not moved forward. They've not leveled up, not because they didn't care, not because they didn't want to, not because they're lazy, not because they're ignorant, just because they didn't know what was happening. They were feeling all these emotions that were foreign to them. They were having all these thoughts they were not familiar with. And what do we do as human beings? We go back to what's comfortable. We go back to what we know. It's only because they were not aware of the shift that was happening inside of them and how to deal with it. If you're feeling that shift right now, embrace it. I'd like you to embrace that shift and jump full force and shift into who you are to become. It's a huge calling in this world of entrepreneurialism and business ownership. And it's a heartbreaker to watch the shift be the thing that slows people down or furthermore makes them quit just because they didn't understand what was actually happening. I'm sure a lot of you guys are going through that. So you may have internal beliefs like, oh, I feel like I'm shifting. I feel like I'm not worthy. I feel like I'm not good enough for this. Whatever those may be. You might have external factors. You might have your wife, your grandma, your high school bully saying, Dante, you idiot, that's not going to work. How are you putting our family in danger like this? How are you taking this risk like this? Regardless of your hurdles, regardless of your roadblocks, regardless of the things that have happened, I know something has happened. I know something has come up that has made you really question the decision that you made, and you guys stuck true. Stuck true, and you did the thing that you said you were going to do on the front end. That's everything. That's everything right there. Sticking true to what we said we were going to do and being doers and goers, not dreamers, but doers. That's it, gang. And you guys got it. So I'm just super proud of you for all of that. I hope you feel the exact same. Take some time this weekend and do something that fills you back up. Business is just a reflection of self. It's the truest, largest, and clearest mirror you will ever look at yourself through. Knowing that your person, yourself, has just become unbelievably important. So take some time this weekend, do something that fills you up. Go kayak down a river, Go walk up a mountain. Go just walk around your neighborhood, or go buy a dirty old car and enter it into a demolition derby. I don't care. I don't know what fills you up. I could care less what fills you up. You know what fills you up as a human being yourself. So go do something that fills your cup back up. Let's hit the ground running next week. We'll have an amazing week right there and keep the momentum moving downhill. Super proud of all of you guys. It's amazing to be with you. I love my job. I get to work with you guys. Have an amazing weekend. I'll see you on Monday.